We are officially in season 27 and almost 7 years into the lifespan of Apex Legends, and I am still seeing players make the same mistakes that constantly cost you wins and RP in all sorts of scenarios. And in this video, I want to break down specifically on Olympus, the 3 most common mistakes I see, how you can avoid them, and I actually have gameplay of us doing 2 things right and then making the game losing play so that way you can learn from my mistakes and take that into your games to help win more games. The first mistake I see very frequently is people don't understand where the first fights in a match are going to take place. Now, without drop ships and everyone getting dropped into their own POI, things are a little bit different now. So what you have to do is recognize where on the map the first fights are likely going to take place and decide if you want to be a part of that fight or if it's going to happen whether you want it or not. Here's a map of Season 27 Olympus. Right now, I have dropped into Elysium, and I can guarantee you that there is going to be a fight between Somers University and Elysium. There will also likely be a fight between Icarus and Solar Array. Grow Towers and Gardens and Clinic nearly always fight. They will converge somewhere around Gardens or Clinic, and Power Grid and Fight Night and Stabilizer will always fight each other almost immediately at the start of a game. These are some of the fights you need to know that are going to happen at every single level of Apex. Whether it's Bronze or whether it's Apex Predator, these fights, because of the way the map is laid out, are naturally going to happen. And so you have to decide if you are going to go third party one of those fights or recognize if you are in one of those POIs that is likely to get pushed right away. Think Elysium almost always gets pushed by Somers University, and Clinic almost always gets pushed by Gardens. Once you recognize the danger your POI might be in or the opportunity you might have, you can decide how quickly you need to loot and what weapons you ought to get to either defend yourself or go third party somebody else. The mistake I too frequently see is kind of listless looting throughout the beginning of the match. You'll just run around and not have a particular plan, and you're either missing out on good KP that you could be getting for your squad, or you're setting yourself up to get ambushed by other squads that are coming to push you and you're not prepared for it. First mistake you can easily avoid when the first 30 seconds of every game is recognize where you're dropping, where the fights are going to take place, and decide if you want to be in those fights or not. There's a Valk and a Horizon on height. Cracked Horizon. Killed Horizon.
No!
Yeah, we should push it, but it's 2 knocked.
Yeah, last one's a Valk. She might fly up on this height and just kind of shoot down at me.
Oh no, she's here. Cracked her. Very weak. Got her.
Dude, he was just perfectly running around in circles on me.
Where'd the other guy go?
I think that bought time for the other guy to escape towards Icarus.
Did he escape or did he get res? Did we get the kills on the first team?
No, but I think the Valkyrie from the first team was running west, and then I had to ditch them to help fight with you guys, so I think they're just gone.
I think I've seen her right there.
Right after that fight, you can hear us try and figure out where the original teams were, because we know Somers University is one of those POIs that a lot of people will congregate towards, and in this case, Grow Towers actually came and started third partying. So we were able to understand that the Somers University team we were originally fighting may have escaped and ran over towards Icarus. That ends up being where our next fight takes place, and you can hear exactly what all the comms are. We're finding out who fought us, where are they from, who escaped, and where they might be headed to, and that formulates our next line of attack. Instead of just listlessly looting and wondering what to do next, we already have a plan right away. The second mistake that I see is pretty common in the mid-game. I fail to see many people adapt to how many squads are left and what ring you are currently in. So for example, if there are 15 squads left in round 3, you are in danger and you need to get to the next zone very quickly because lots of teams are going to try and rotate together. Conversely, if it's round 2 and there's only 6 squads left in the whole match, you really don't need to worry. You can take your time looting more things or running around trying to find a fight on edge because your rotations won't be jam-packed with a bunch of other teams around you. In this gameplay you're seeing here, we were able to fight at Somers University and then again at Solar Array, and we hung out around the edge of the map because there simply weren't that many teams that were going to congest our rotation zones. So for example, as we get through Solar Array and we make our way over towards Hydroponics, we notice that there's only 5 other enemy teams left in this match, so we don't have to worry about our rotations. It's very unlikely that we're going to run into multiple teams as we get to the next zone. If this was a game where there were 14 squads left, we would have to be very careful, and we would recognize that as we rotate towards hydroponics, there would be many squads trying to take the same route as us, and that could lead to not only dangers of fights, but third parties, fourth parties, and possibly no escape routes from them. I implore you, take a look at the top right of your screen very frequently. Keep track of what ring it is and how many squads are left. If there aren't that many people on the map, you should be good to go. You can prowl around, find more loot, and get some fights. But if there's a lot of squads left and not a lot of land area left on the map, you need to prioritize getting into zone. I promise, you will lose so much RP by simply not rotating 1 minute earlier, and it happens all the time. It's the most frequent way I see people lose between like the 12th place and 7th place area, not rotating quickly enough when there's still about 10 squads left in round 3. It's an easy mistake to avoid, and I promise you're going to see your RP go up if you keep this in the back of your mind. The third and final mistake that I see is not prioritizing the best spot in zone and instead settling for the safest spot in zone once you reach the very, very end of the game. In this clip, you'll notice that I say, I believe right here is going to be the game winning spot based on where the final 2 teams are in this top 3 scenario. However, we are much safer in the back, and it's a lot more comfortable to play in the back.
We're safe over here.
Okay.
I just want to show us.
I don't think I want to be over there, though. I think I'd rather be here.
You can play there.
Well, I just think, like, if we win the game, we're going to win from here. If the team up here goes here, I don't know how we win. Well, I'm going to have to come back there because I just got cooked.
Come on.
Instead of playing for the winning spot, we end up dropping back towards a safer hill, and unfortunately, it ends up costing us later in the game, as we are then forced to push against the other team in the building, and we aren't able to contest the high ground, which ends up ultimately being the winning spot.
They're both one shot.
I'm going to ball forward.
They're healing in the
drill?
corner. They're healing in the corner.
Above me as well as last team. Careful.
No, he's one. He's one in here. Oh my god.
Winnable. Hold.
Okay.
Not winnable. That is very unfortunate. Keep in mind, the context of every game is completely different. There isn't always one game-winning spot, especially with characters like Alter, who can tunnel through doors and walls and even the floor to get to new places. Lots of stuff can change, and it may have been that that spot wasn't actually the game-winning spot, but I can tell you that a lot of people will satisfy themselves with the comfortable position and not the winning position. Sometimes it's worth taking a little bit of risk to fight for the spot that you believe will get you first place and not just the spot that will keep you safe for the next 30 or so seconds. Eliminate those 3 mistakes from your game, and I promise you, you're going to be gaining more RP. You're going to be winning more games. These are the most common mistakes I see on Olympus. And if you like this video, comment down below. Let me know if you're interested in me making these videos for the other maps. I appreciate you watching to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll catch you all in the next video.